You're watching the Sports and Political channel of LB. If you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platforms. We're going to get outside of the sports and politics realm, and we're going to go to the entertainment realm, as the individual you see here on the thumbnail is a literal and proverbial wrecking ball in Lizzo. Now, some really huge allegations came out against Lizzo, right? To where you had some women dancers, three of them, accused Lizzo of fat shaming and um, sexual assault. Now, before we really get into the meat and potatoes of this video, before we really do a deep dive, I want to warn everybody, and I do mean warn. I cannot stress this enough. I'm warning y'all that the content that's going to be presented could be graphic in nature. Okay, this video will produce items of sexual detail, and if you're not an individual who listens to that kind of content, this is your time to leave, because we're going to go way in on this specific content. All right. Now, that being said, that being said, and for specific purposes, once again, I just want to throw that out there for everybody, so that way you know, that way you can't say I ain't warn you. Now, some of these things that are alleged, and I do stress the word allege, is abhorrent and is disgusting and it's unacceptable. What's up, y'all? I see y'all in the building. Anuwa, Igumi, first down, my man Eric Johnson, you suit night. What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all for being up in here on this Wednesday morning. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're going, whoever you're with, stay safe out there, and do what you have to be successful. All right, enough of the enough of the semantics. Let's get to the good stuff. So you got Lizzo's backup dancers. You had Ariana Davis, you have a Crystal Williams, and you have a uh, Noel Rodriguez. Those are the plaintiffs of this case: Crystal Williams, Ariana Davis, and Noel Rodriguez. Those are the women who are accusing Lizzo of these suspected um, crimes, so to speak, which they're suing but not pursuing criminal charges. So I don't understand. But anyway, they were employees of the BGBT, that is the Big Girl Big Touring Incorporated, right? And Melissa Jefferson, or the artist more known as Lizzo, is the defendant in this case. Now, the plaintiffs allege that the statutory, decisional, and regulatory laws prohibit the conduct by defendants herein alleged, and therefore plaintiffs have an entitlement to monetary relief on the basis that the defendants violated such statutes. So basically, they're trying to get a bag off Lizzo. So some of the allegations that were um, thrown out there. And before we get to that, I want to lay the foundation for this according to this 44-page lawsuit. So Ms. Davis and Ms. Williams, Crystal Davis, Ariana Davis, and hold on. Make sure I get my facts straight. So you have Crystal Williams, Ariana Davis, right? They met Lizzo back in 2021. They applied to become dancers for her, right? And Lizzo had this reality show called Watch Out for the Big Girls that was released on Amazon Prime. So, this was a contest where if they won, they would win the role of being Lizzo's backup dancers or whatever like that, right? So they got hired and they got booked to do shows and all that stuff. And the show was called Watch Out for the Big Girl, or WOFTBG, Watch Out for the Big Girl. Now, they allege that the assistant to Lizzo was making sexual inappropriate behavior. So basically, she was taking a banana and she was practicing sucking dick with the banana. That's what she was doing. This is the assistant or the dance assistant to Lizzo. Now, this is the thing. Lizzo has been portrayed as this woman who has practiced this role of inclusivity and body positivity. So it's crazy that she is creating a hostile working environment allegedly by fat shaming and sexually harassing 3 of her former dancers. Now the dance team captain goes by the name of Shirley Quigley. The suit also claims that Lizzo and her team was responsible for the assault, racial and religious harassment, disability discrimination, intentional interference with prospective economic advantage, and false imprisonment. Now, the third plaintiff I had not talked about, Noelle Rodriguez, she was hired following her performance in Lizzo's Rumors music video. Now, Ariana Davis and Crystal Williams has been fired, and Noelle Rodriguez resigned earlier this year. Now, according to the complaint, Lizzo and her choreographer called Davis in for a meeting a few months ago where they were questioned why she seemed less committed and less bubbly and vivacious. Well, they're already bubbly enough. I mean, it's already bad enough when you do these concerts, whatever like that. Y'all look like a whole bunch of walking cream puffs. What the hell you mean less bubbly and whatever? Anyway, the suit says that the comment seemed to reference her weight gain, which Lizzo had allegedly pointed out after a performance by Southwest Festival. In a professional dance, a dancer's weight gain is often seen as that dancer getting lazy or worse off as a performer. Lizzo and the choreographer questions about Ms. Davis's commitment to the tour with thinly veiled concerns about Mrs. Davis's weight gain. Now, the sexual harassment claim stem from an outing Lizzo invited the dancer to following a show in Amsterdam in February 2023. Now, I've been to Amsterdam. And look, all bets are off out there when it comes to whatever the fuck goes on. Okay? all bets are off when it comes to that. But anyway, while the attendance was quote unquote not mandatory, the suit claims Lizzo typically expected her dancers to endear themselves to her and favored those who attended the after party event. So how do you endear Lizzo? What you do? Did you get like a big turkey drumstick, right? A nice smoked turkey drumstick out of a Traeger, right? And then while Lizzo was sleeping or whatever like that, or while she was, in the bathroom brushing her teeth or whatever like that, you just happen to take that smoked turkey drumstick and you put it across her nose. And then she gets her loins tingled in the bottom. But all right, let's just cut the bullshit, right? You put that turkey drumstick to her, she smells it, and her pussy starts getting wet. So that's how you endear yourself to Lizzo? How do you endear yourself to a woman that when you tie her to a fucking crane during demolition, and then you can destroy the side of a Dunkin' Donuts, right? How do you endear yourself to that? Because see, this whole thing about inclusivity and whatever they said, or inclusion or diversity and whatever like that, that's all bullshit if you ask me. I bet she be treating her people like shit. Because that's what these people in Hollywood do. And in entertainment, they'll portray themselves to be all this loving, caring, and I'm so thankful for this opportunity. And if it weren't for you, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And if it weren't for you being at Popeyes all the damn time, you wouldn't be where you're at today neither. So teach your zone. Because see, this whole thing about fat shaming and making people feel guilty because I'm calling somebody a wrecking ball, look, that's not my fault. She didn't put down the chicken drumstick. That's not my fault. Okay? She lacked the discipline to stop eating. She lacked the integrity and the character necessary to look, oh man, I need to carry my ass to the gym or I need to go on a walk. No, she decided to keep on eating while people were exercising. So when she got ginormous and she's out here walking looking like a goddamn chocolate marshmallow woman, that's not my fault. So you're not gonna come on here and be like, why are you talking about her like that? First of all, you don't know Lizzo, okay? You don't know her. You don't know her. You've never met her, right? So I don't know why you come on here and take the slings and arrows for her, okay? Lizzo don't know you. She don't care about you, right? So you're not going to come in here and try to call yourself putting on the Scrappy Doo cape for this gelatinous, ginormous giant, all right? Now, anyway, back to the story. The three dancers accepted Lizzo's invitation without knowing it. How do you accept the invitation without knowing it? Oh, okay, here we go. They accepted the invitation without knowing it would be in Amsterdam's red light district, known for sex clubs and nudity. Although the plans expressed misgivings, they say they reluctantly went along for fear over job security. At the club called Banana Bar, the suit claims Lizzo urged the dancers to touch the new performers, catch dildos launched from the performers' vaginas, and eat bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas. What the hell is that? What the hell? So we just catching random dildos out of people's pussy, right? Ain't no where that pussy been at. That pussy probably in toxic waste dump. And we just out here catching dildo projectiles. What the fuck, yo? Anyway. Specifically, Lizzo allegedly pressured Davis into touching the breast of a nude female performer, even leading a chant demanding him to do so. Even as Davis reiterated her discomfort, the chants apparently continued and Davis caved in. The group laughed at her and Davis tried to hide how uncomfortable this interaction made her, When Lizzo's management and security team asked if Davis was okay, the suit said she replied kind of and no. Now Lizzo herself pressured plaintiffs and other employees to attend outings where nudity and sexuality were a focal point and disregarded any apprehension from plaintiffs. The work environment would shock the conscience of anyone as it did for plaintiffs. Now, once again, I need to stress these are all just allegations. We really don't know what the fuck happened. So we have to make sure we get all the evidence. Once again, this is a strictly allegations. We don't know whether or not these things really happen. I need to stress that because I know there going to be some slow wit, dimwit, dunderhead, donut, dodo bird that's going to come in here and talk about, well, you don't know what really happened. Well, we need to get all the facts. That's why I'm stressing you right now so that way that we can kill all that. Okay? But dildo projectiles out of pussy and shit, just shooting that dildo out of that pussy like it was a cannon, right? Like we back in the goddamn porn civil war or some shit. Anyway, during that same outing, Lizzo allegedly badgered one of her security guards to get up on stage. His pants were pulled down to expose his butt, the suit alleges, and yet Lizzo yelled, "Take it off," as a club performer whipped him. What the fuck is this? Whipped him. So this security guard, right? So what else happened to the security guard? So you say he was getting whipped like a government mule, right? Did you stick any kind of projectiles in his ass? I'm just asking the question, right? Plaintiffs were aghast. Aghast? Now, who the fuck says aghast? What black person you know says aghast? Plaintiffs were aghast. We don't talk like that. That's how you know a white person wrote this fucking lawsuit. Who the fuck says aghast? Nobody in this fucking chat room and nobody that's going to listen to this video later on is going to be like, I was so aghast about what I read. Get the fuck out of here. No one talks like that. We're not back in the fucking medieval times. Speak English. But anyway, plaintiffs were aghast at how little regard Lizzo showed for the bodily autonomy of her employees, of those around her, especially in the presence of many people who she employed. A month later, the suit claims Lizzo again invited the dancers to a night out in Paris, but failed to mention that the location was a new cabaret bar. Although the suit describes the outing as artful and nowhere near as uncomfortable, it says the plaintiffs were shocked that Lizzo would conceal the nature of the event from them, robbing them of the choice not to participate. Back in the US, the suit described an excruciating re-audition in April 2023 after Lizzo accused the dancers of not performing up to par and drinking on the job. Now, Lizzo, you being a hypocrite, you tell about people not performing up to par, drinking on the job. You're not performing up to par. You be eating on the job. You show up to the goddamn dance, the dance practice. You got chicken stains, jelly stains. You got barbecue brisket, bar, looking like French tips on your fingernails and shit. And you sitting up here talking about people not performing up to par. Get your ass out of here. And then this is the thing that really irritates me, right? They want to hide behind this mental health thing. Well, I got to get my mental health right. Yeah, because that little shield that you put up precludes you, or it keeps you from facing any kind of criticism, right? So no, you sitting up here talking this shit about your mental health. No, how about you get your physical health right? That means put down the drumstick and pick up a celery. I was flabbergasted. You think, dog, you stupid. I can't take your ass nowhere. I can't take your I was flabbergasted. Yeah, she anyway. If Lizzo did not like their performance, the suit cleared, she vowed to fire the dancers. The re-audition was so brutal, and dancers were not allowed to take breaks. It apparently got so bad that Davis lost control of her bladder after not stepping away to the bathroom out of fear of losing her job. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You pissed yourself during the audition. You would take your ass to the bathroom out of fear of losing your job? Is it that bad? Look, I don't give a fuck how. I don't give a fuck what the fuck going on. If I gotta go, I gotta go. If I gotta go, I gotta go. They know I'm gonna sit there and piss my fucking clothes, right? Then you be reeking up piss just so you can fight to keep a job. Like that's the only job that's out there. There's millions of jobs, billions of jobs out there, but no, you guys was chasing that limelight. See, this is what happens when you put people on a pedestal. Cause see, a guy like me ain't put nobody on no goddamn pedestal. I respect you for the job you do, but I'm not putting you on no pedestal. We are here. That's the big mistake out here now. We are here worshiping people. Shouldn't be worshiping nobody, especially that this person could die and then you just find yourself leeching on to the next motherfucker. Lizzo allegedly reminded dancers that none of the jobs were safe the next day and continued to claim dancers drank prior to shows without basis and any sort of reality. When Williams rebutted Lizzo's drinking allegation, the suit says Lizzo mockingly replied, "Well, if you're not, then good for y'all." Tensions between dancers and Lizzo kept rising at subsequent meetings in April and May. At one meeting, Lizzo overheard someone questioning Williams' firing, the suit says, and allegedly demanded that they reveal themselves by declaring she had eyes and ears everywhere. No, you don't got eyes and ears every. Well, then again, you do might have eyes and ears everywhere because you have your proverbial snitches, right? But you know what else you got everywhere, Lizzo? Fat. That's what you got. That's what else you got everywhere. Just just disgusting fat that's all over your titties, all over your arms, all over your butt, looking like cottage cheese, around the thigh bone area, all that shit. That's what else you got everywhere. Disgusting fat. Now, the complaint also claims Lizzo told dancers not to socialize with Williams before leaving New Orleans. During another meeting, the suit alleged Lizzo became furious, hurling expletives at the group and stated she was going around the room. Person by person, after finding out a dancer audio recorded her at an earlier meeting. Davis admitted to the recording, in which the suit says she took to keep a copy of Lizzo's performance notes. Well, I'm glad that Lizzo was going around the room, considering that's, outside of her performances, that's the most exercise she gonna get. Now, although Davis told Lizzo she deleted it, Lizzo allegedly said there's nothing you could do or nothing you can say to make me believe you. Lizzo quickly took turns breathing before Davis, take turns berating Davis before the singer fired her on the spot. Rodriguez spoke up to express the outrage with Davis' situation and said she would resign, which prompted Lizzo to aggressively approach her while crackling her knuckles, balling her fists, according to the suit. "You're lucky. You're so fucking lucky," Lizzo said to the woman. Now, Ms. Rodriguez feared Lizzo intended to hit her and would have done so if one of the other dancers had not intervened. As Lizzo left the room, she raised both her middle fingers and yelled, "Bye, bitch." While Rodriguez was able to leave, the suit says Davis was forced to stay behind by a member of Lizzo's security detail. Davis was allegedly told that she would have to remain in the room unless she allowed him to search her phone for the recording. Wanting nothing more than to leave, Davis handed over the phone with no trace of the recording was found. When she was finally released, Davis said she hurriedly packed up her things before escaping to the airport with Rodriguez. Now, besides the allegations against Lizzo, other claims in the suit accused Quigley of pushing her religious beliefs onto dancers. She allegedly singled out Rodriguez as a non-believer and took particular interest in Davis, who she believed was Christian. The suit also says Quigley exchanged or exhibited sexually inappropriate behavior in front of the dancers, simulating oral sex on a banana, preaching in opposition to premarital sex, and posting about Davis's virginity on social media. Now, despite the claims, the plaintiff's efforts to report Quigley, big girl, uh, big thing, or big titty, or whatever, BGBT allegedly did nothing. Now, Davis and Rodriguez said other reports of inappropriate behavior from tour bus drivers also went unheard. Now, additionally, the suit claims that the company accountant scoffed at the dancer's request for a retainer of 50% of weekly pay, which the employees asked for since Lizzo and BGBT allegedly banned them from taking other jobs. Now, the accountant offered 25%, but scolded them for unacceptable and disrespectful behavior. Only the dance cast comprised of full-figured women of color, and I cannot stand that. I cannot stand that fucking term. Full-figured women of color. I cannot stand that term. First of all, don't say full-figured women of color. Just say the offensive lineman for the Miami Dolphins. Okay, that's a more appropriate term, if you ask me. Right. So the offensive line for the Miami Dolphins were outspoken on this matter, giving plaintiffs the impression that these comments were charged with racial and fat-forming animus. Who the hell says animus? What the fuck does that even mean? The dancer suit seeks an unspecified amount of damages for emotional distress as well as unpaid wages, loss of earnings, and attorney's fees. The plaintiffs also requested a jury trial. Woo! Wait, I wonder if Court TV gonna pick this up. I wonder if Court TV is going to pick this up. That's some juicy shit right there. I wonder if Court TV is going to pick this up. I hope so, because I need for Court TV to pick up this case. Now, I wonder what kind of dress Lizzo is going to come in. She's going to come in that full-figure attorney suit that's like size 20 and waist this shit. I wonder. But anyway, this is crazy. This is freaking crazy. And I want to stress you one more time that these are allegations. We don't know whether or not this is true. But it's, if it is proven to be true, this puts a stain, because Lord already knows Lizzo got other stains on her clothing. But anyway, this would put a stain on her image. This would put a stain on her image. Because this is the same woman who took the flute that belonged to a John Adams, who was a slave owner and was playing it in front of a predominantly white crowd. And I know there's some black people that was mixed in there somewhere, and people lauded that performance. Now I feel that performance was abhorrent, because I don't get down with white supremacists, and I sure as hell don't rock with no goddamn slave owner. But for Lizzo, this was her comeuppance. This was her time to shine. I got a flute from John Adams, and I was playing it in front of a whole bunch of people because that's going to raise my profile. And in turn, it raises her profile when she goes to whatever steakhouse later on that night. That's also going to raise the bill. Yeah, this same Bistro show who was going to the Lakers games wearing some damn outfit that had strings on it and was showing her cottage cheese ass twerking at the Lakers game. And you think that we in the black community is supposed to accept this kind of degeneracy? You think that this kind of deviancy and degeneracy is acceptable? This was the same woman who was trying to shoot her shot at Captain America. Now, in case you're living under a rock, Captain America goes by the name of Chris Evans. She tried to shoot her shot at Captain America. Because see, this is where you be real delusional, Lizzo. This is where you be real delusional. Because you remind me of that one fat chick who works at McDonald's, right? Who's always got chicken nugget stains and ketchup stains and all these other stains on her shirt, right? Now she's over the French fries telling her girlfriend that she want a man with six figures, with a six-pack, with a 6-inch dick. So basically she want that 666, the mark of the beast. And you call yourself trying to shoot your shot at Captain America? Now Captain America, thank God, right? But then again, whatever. Captain America turned her down. Captain America shot down Lizzo's request for a relationship. Now, I can only speculate what happened when Captain America shot down her request to get involved in a relationship. Maybe she was in a sunken place to where she got a whole gallon of Haagen-Dazs or Ben & Jerry's. And, you know, maybe she got the almond kind. Maybe she got the vanilla kind. Maybe she got the vanilla with strawberries on it. Either way, I speculate that she went into a sunken place and eat a whole gallon of Haagen-Dazs that night. I don't know. I'm just speculating, right? But the fact of the matter is, this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. That's all I have to say about that. Now, one more time. These are allegations, right? Yeah, she probably did have a bed full of stuff. Maybe a teddy bear, maybe a chicken drumstick, a half-eaten chicken drumstick, maybe some chicken crumbs on the bed. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck. So all I know is this is going to be a ginormous case in more ways than one. Now, I want to know when this case do go to court, if and when this case goes to court. Because normally them tables are only like so big. They're going to have to upgrade those tables. And I feel bad for the lawyer. Because the lawyer, more often than not, is going to be a real skinny man. He ain't going to be no big dude. He's going to be a real skinny dude. And he had to sit between his clients. So all this is pure speculation at this point. I don't know what to believe. I don't know who to believe. Now, one thing I do believe is that whoever wins is going to have a nice little celebration at a Fahrenheit 132 or at a Maestro's or at a Ruth Chris or maybe some local Popeye's Chicken Shack. But if you're not a subscriber to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. y'all are out of control. You told me she's stashing cookies in her pillow. hey, no. Oh my goodness gracious, man. Oh my goodness. What's up, RG Titan? Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you for being up here. Oh, and if anybody's in the giving mood, right? There's my cash app. This is my PayPal. Oh my God, have mercy. Oh man. Any of our donations are accepted and appreciated. But yeah, man, like I say, this could be a ginormous case, man. This could be, I mean, look, this is a case so big it might tip the Richter scale if and when this ever goes to court. All right. So if you feel a little bit of tremors wherever you're at, right, you could be taking a shit, you could be eating a piece of chicken, you could be fucking somebody for all I know, right? You get your bad thank you bad boy yourself, right? And then if you just happen to feel a few tremors and a few aftershocks along the way, what's up, Rasheed Holmes? Salute to you, right? Don't be alarmed. You know, that's just them getting to know in the courtroom. Okay? So just be on the lookout for this case right here, because this could cause a seismic shift. If you ask me, this could cause a seismic shift in the way business being done. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the Mighty Lions Day basketball community. This your man. Scream at me. Oh!